Hey, Scruffy. How you doing? Is that a moan? Okay, that's kind of a meow. So I saw you were running away from me in the garden. Yeah, you were being a coward. Cowering between a bush, hoping I wouldn't see you. Yeah, I saw you. So I also noticed you dropped some fur. So I think some of those torn pieces of fur finally came off. So I found one in the garden, and I found one on the chair that you've been sleeping on. Yeah, you really like that chair, huh? Yeah, it seems to be your favorite thing. Of all the stuff I've been giving you, it's the only one that's you seem to like. I think you kind of like the scratcher, but I don't know. Anyway, you ready for dinner? I got your smelly fish. Hardy cuts real chicken and fish. I really hate this one. It smells bad. Okay, well, I'm going to pick it up and bring it out, okay? And, oh, I forgot. Prep water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and yeah, you just moved away from the door as I reapproach, so that's good. Okay. Okay, so I'm bringing out the food. Oops, I just dropped it. Okay, water. And I'm going to close the door, and you can see that fur over there. I'll get a close-up later. I took a picture of the other chunk I found out in the garden. The one in the garden was much bigger. So I think one of the pieces might be the one that's been under his chin. I'm hoping the one that's been hanging from his chest. I'm hoping that one's the one that fell off, though, because that's the big one. But the chin one's actually really annoying, too, so I hope that one fell off. So I hope both of those are accounted for. Okay, I'm getting the glove on. And yeah, there's that piece of fur. So that might be the one under his head. And then the one in the garden might be the one under his chest. So yeah, didn't get a good shot of his body tonight. He's hiding his body. But yeah, I think the one under his chest is gone, because usually it hangs out on this side. It almost looks like another foot. And yeah, I'm rubbing under his chin there. And yeah, usually I bump up against the thing because it's like a hard piece of fur, like it. It's had gum or something. And yeah, I'm not feeling it. So yeah, I think that fell off finally. So that's good, Scruffy. You shed that nasty piece of fur, or pieces of fur. So I didn't have to cut them off. So there's one more piece of fur I noticed that's kind of dangling from his body. It's on his other side. It's much smaller than the other two, but I have been noticing it. He's taking a lot of beating. So the weather start cooling down today, so it's been kind of cool. At the beginning of the day, the sun was out, but by about midday, I noticed clouds started coming in, and it started having an effect on the temperature. So I went out for a bike ride this afternoon, and as I was leaving, it was still kind of warm, and the clouds were just starting to come in, so I hit these weird pockets where at one moment it's a little too warm, and then the next moment it's a little too cold, and then the next moment it's a little too warm, and it's actually kind of a nice ride because you kind of cool down and then heat up and cool down and heat up, and it's not a bad feeling. So I went on one of the steeper climbs today. I was thinking about doing, so there are like 3 really steep climbs that I can do, or 3.5. So there's one. So there's one I've been doing kind of often, more often now. And then there's an optional part that goes up really steep, and I've been doing that, and so I went up on that one today. And then there's that other one I mentioned that I've only been up twice, and it's actually it's a precursor to actually a much bigger climb. So if this first one goes up 1,000 feet, the next half of it goes up another 1,000, like 2,000 feet, I think. I'm probably pulling the numbers out of thin air. I don't know if that's actually right, but I think it's approximately what the numbers are. So I was thinking about going up that one today, but it's just because the sun was kind of hiding behind the clouds, and both of those paths I don't like a lot because they're very exposed. There's like no shade, and so when the sun's out, they're actually really kind of hard on the body because you're exposed to the power of the sun. But yeah, when I so the clouds had started coming in, and then I think when I got to the top of the first one, the clouds cleared, and so I was actually pretty tired after that first climb, and I don't think I actually need to do the other one, so I skipped it, and I ended up doing some of the not quite so difficult climbs instead. And then there's a third difficult climb which I didn't do. I did that one a couple days ago when I did so I did the first and the third one after the other with one of the more intermediate climbs in between. Today I just did the first one with the optional really steep part, and then more intermediate ones. So not a lot of people were at the park, so I was once again very surprised. I mean, it was cooling down, but it was still kind of a nice day. Though I noticed there's a sign now that says they're enforcing parking now. So I guess parking's been free for the lockdowns until now. So I guess, yeah, people don't want to pay for parking anymore, or don't want to pay for parking, period. Though they used to pay for parking. I remember the park used to be really busy on nice days, back in the good old days. But yeah, for whatever reason, yeah, nobody's at the park today. There's some people, but yeah, not a lot. And then I passed by the park I go running at on the way back, and there were actually a lot of people at that one. So yeah, so a lot of people were at that park. Yeah, actually saw some cars double parked on the street. And I saw that cat that likes to sit in the middle of the field in the grass. It's a black cat with white feet. So I saw him. Fortunately, I didn't bring any food. It's the first time I've seen him in a while, I think. Oops. I think I saw him the other day, but I'm not sure if I saw him or a different cat. He was all the way, he was lying down so I couldn't see his feet the other day. And the grass, I guess the grass, yeah, the feet were under him. I guess they call it loafing. So he's kind of loafing so I couldn't see his feet. So I guess we're getting close to dinner here. Ah, you're still into the petting. So I thought you might be angry because of what happened earlier today in the yard with me in the garden. So I'll talk about that after you get your food. But yeah, I have a couple stories about the fertilizer and the trees. Wow, you're still into it. I was going to get you your food. Wow, you're biting me, but it's like a gentle love bite type thing. So I'm not too worried about that one, especially with the glove. Yeah, I might freak out a little bit if I didn't have the glove. So yeah, I might not be ready to take off the glove. So even if Scruffy, is ready and stops scratching and biting, I'm not sure if I'm ready. Yeah, I can't read him. Okay, Scruffy, I think you're ready for your food. Okay, so let's get you your smelly fish, okay? And you cleaned your plate pretty good last night, so I guess you really like the fish now. Okay, so I'm gonna brush you. Oops. Okay. So I mentioned yesterday I was trying to get fertilizer spikes for the dying trees that I have in my yard, and I was on the phone or the text messaging support for about 3 hours trying to get clarification on like why they canceled one of my orders or why it wasn't filled completely. So anyway, the summary was they said they ran out, so they only had one when I needed two, or I had ordered two anyway. I wish they had just kind of automated that, saying, hey, you don't have that, so we've altered your order. You know, a lot of other places do that. Would have saved everyone a lot of pain and suffering and time if they had done that. But so anyway, I went to the store today, this morning, to pick it up, and when I get there, the person brings two packages, and now they're confused because the order had for one of the packages been canceled, and they're like trying to figure it out. It's like, why are there two here when one of them is canceled? And so I had to explain everything that happened again, and then finally I said, okay, so they've already refunded you for the canceled order, so now you're going to have to buy the second one outright. So I said, fine. Fortunately, that process is actually pretty easy. So I was pretty pleased, and then on my way out, I checked the package, and it was the right thing, but I discovered the advertisement on the webpage lied to me. So I think I'm finished here. So I needed a 16-4-8 fertilizer. So it's 16% nitrogen, and then I forgot the other two. I think last one's potassium, I think. I forgot. But anyway, anyone knows about fertilizer, there are different grades, and so I need a slow release one with a lot of nitrogen, and because my particular trees They are Japanese maples, and so apparently they need the slow release stuff. On the packet, so on the website and on the page where you order this stuff, there's a big giant um, you know, description in it, and it's like it's actually drawn out. It's like a graphical description, and there's like a whole information box that this is a 16-4-8 or whatever it is. But when I actually looked on the package and where the list the ingredients and fine print or whatever, it actually was a 12-5-8, and so this is actually the wrong. Well, it's not as advertised basically. So, and it's not exactly what I wanted. So I was actually kind of irked. So since I was at the store, I decided I'd go into the gardening department myself and just look on the shelves, see if they have anything that is the right thing, and then I can exchange it since I'm there or whatever. Unfortunately, no, they don't have anything else. What I got was basically as close as I can get. I don't know why they don't have the 16-4-8. It seems to be a pretty common thing, so I have no idea why it's so hard to find. And then interestingly, there was one more package on the shelf of what I just bought, so somehow they got more stock suddenly. Though I was looking at the shelf, actually somebody grabbed it. So I guess maybe there's demand for it. And then interestingly, when I was going to the parking lot, I noticed somebody walking in the parking lot had a package of it too. I'm not sure if that was the same person or not, but I'm skeptical that person was able to buy it and leave the store and get in front of me faster than I could get there, since I'd already paid for mine and I just needed to walk out. I don't think I dilly-dallied that much longer looking at the shelves. So maybe they had two more, and yeah, they're popular. But yeah, so yeah, I checked all the other fertilizers, and yeah, nothing came close. So this is what I have. So I guess that's what I'm gonna try, or that's what I tried. So I got home, yeah, went from a bike ride, and then was watching Scruffy sleep on the chair before I left. So he really likes this new chair. And then when I got back, he was gone. So I don't know where he went. And then I went out to the yard to start putting the fertilizer stakes in. And I caught a glimpse of Scruffy, and he saw me, and he cowered. So he was hiding behind the bushes, trying to be defensive, and he had that defensive, I'm going to flee posture, I'm terrified of you. And then I think he's hiding between the two bushes, so he's hoping maybe I didn't see him. But yeah, no such luck. And so I just kind of left him and did my thing. And so I put a bunch of fertilizer stakes in the ground near the trees, and I'm going to hope that works. Though I actually only ended up using one package. So I used every single bit of it. I might be able to use a second one, but I'm thinking since it's the wrong thing, I might take it back. But it's going out to... Interesting, I don't know where it's going. So you see that dangling piece of fur. I don't know if you can see from here, but there's a very small piece of fur on this side that's kind of dangling. It's much smaller than the other two bits. But I guess I can take off the glove now. And zoom in. So I have been noticing that one, but it's not nearly as bad as the other two pieces. And I did check the traps for mice, and one was set off, and the peanut butter was licked clean, but no mouse or vole. And then the other two traps are completely untouched. And I think he's looking around the trap that was set off right now. So I don't know, maybe he set it off. Oh no, the peanut butter was eaten. So that the pan I put on top of it actually had enough space for a small mouse or a rodent or something to get in. Oh, just jumped. So anyway, and then I altered the two other covers. There's enough space now for a mouse or something to ran, I guess. So there's enough space now for critters to crawl in under the covers. So where Scruffy went. Okay, well I guess that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.